Here's my garden. We put this raised bed in this spring. As you see in the other flower video, where we had some potting soil we got a deal on, we mixed it with some other stuff we had around here, some darker, less sandy soil, but believe me, there's still a lot of sand in it. It's well drained. And we have rhubarb, tomato plants. I've used this garden method before. I know everything's crowded, but as you'll see later in the videos, it works pretty good. Back here we planted green beans and corn and squash. Something ate the top of it off. Here's some more squash, and it grows all together like the Indians used to do. There's another rhubarb plant coming up. Some squash, zucchini squash. And then there's one lonely eggplant over there. This is radishes and turnips, which we're going to also use the tops for greens. And we may show that recipe later. There's some little beets. And then that's cucumbers. And this is a peppermint variety. There's a beet. These are carrots. There's some radicchio. Some fresh rosemary growing. Parsley. This is baby bok choy growing. Some more squash here. Some kale. It's coming back. Something ate it down to the ground level, almost. There's the bok choy. It'll be thinned out as soon as it gets a little bigger. That's spinach there. To the left of this big dark green row of bok choy. And there's some spearmint on that side. Right there is the spearmint, and this is the bok choy, and that's spinach. I believe this is watermelon here. Some other watermelon seeds will be growing here shortly. This is onions. These are potato plants. Two different kinds. That's like a Yukon potato. And look at the leaves on this one. They're purple potatoes. You can see the color and the plant difference. Almost looks like poison sumac growing, don't it? Trust me, though, they're purple potato plants. This is celery. We planted some strawberry seeds in these spaces here, but so far nothing's come up. I planted strawberry root that you buy. Hasn't come up yet neither. This is all celery through here in between the blocks here. You see something ate that one and it's growing back. My lettuce is down under there. It's starting to come back. Something ate it. See where something was eating my Swiss chard? And over there, this is that spearmint. You can see there's one kale plant. See how something ate it right down? See this? Eating right off. I don't think it's insects. That one's starting to come back. See it? This was eaten off. This was purple cabbage. Look at that. Something ate it right off. See them? This is honeydew melons. And here we got asparagus planted. That one didn't come up apparently. This one did, and I also put a chocolate pepper plant here. But this is that young asparagus shoot. See, here's another one. There's one coming in. Right here, see? Here's another one. Here's one. When they get like this one here, you're supposed to cut them and harvest them. But that's so thin, see? It's just young. Next year and the year after, it'll get bigger. But I was told to let them grow like this, like they're going to seed, so they can build a nice root network. This was a black beauty eggplant. See, something ate the top of it off? This is a just a tree limb's been here about 3 weeks now. It's got some leaves that came out of some buds. It's a limb off a pear tree. I snipped it right off my pear tree and just stuck it in the dirt here. That's all I did. When it had young buds on it where it was starting to flower. We planted horseradish root here. Didn't grow yet, just dirt. This is our blueberry bush. Starting to get some little blueberries. Let's see if I can focus that. Oh, we got a drop of water on the lens, that's why. There they are. Starting to get some blueberries. See how they do this year. It's a small plant. We just planted it. There's our young grapevine. That's some squash. That was supposed to be a kiwi root we bought. Kind of like a dry stick you plant, soak it in water. This thing here, it's not doing anything. That's cucumbers. And this is supposed to be blackberries. But again, it's one of them stick things you soak in water and plant, and it didn't make it. Never grew yet. It's been there about a month, so we'll see what happens. I was having problems. Something eating my garden, so I just showed you. I bought this thing from Amazon. You hook the hose up, it has a sprinkler head on it, and it has an infrared motion sensor on it that detects body heat. You see, I hung up these CDs from string. On a sunny day, they twinkle and shine bars of light around, rays of light, and they keep birds and animals away. But on a cloudy day, they do absolutely nothing. And now, not that I need more water, but this thing here, if I set this on motion, I have the sensitivity set up. That's what happens when something moves. Now I'm going to try to go around the other side and be still without setting it off. So you can see how this thing can see my whole yard. And if it detects motion, it goes off. I'm trying to figure out actually what's making it go off right now, because I don't see anything over there with warm body temperature that's making it go off, but it works pretty good. It's going to go now maybe because I'm moving the let me make my way over here without getting shot with the sprinkler. Now you can see there's the sprinkler stuck in a bucket of dirt on a block for now. And here's the garden. Now, I'm going to try to walk a little bit and keep that in focus. And you can see I caused it to go off. And that scares away any rabbits or anything like that. It's been raining. It's not like it needs water, but it doesn't really hurt it. And I have mine adjusted, if you make a note, so it doesn't shoot my tomato plants, because they like dry leaves. They get that fungus towards the end of the year and die from being too damp. But the clicking noise from the sprinkler alone causes it to spray. Now that's not on the timer, that's me with the camera moving in front of it. Watch now, I'll be still, don't go off. Now, watch as I move a little bit. And I haven't had any more damage since I installed this. So apparently this is working to keep away whatever was eating my garden. Whether it be a groundhog, a rabbit, a deer, maybe kids in the neighborhood, I have no idea. But we will get to the bottom of it, hopefully, and then I'll have that video for you. One of the things I also did is, if we walk over here to the edge of my yard, I have a camera here I installed on this fence post, and that's hooked to my home security system, and it records motion. And as you can see, if I line you up with the camera, that's what the camera views on screen.